stop rushing your downswing and hit the ball further with this incredibly simple tip that is used by Rory Mcilroy. Now, this I have personal experience in, as I used this and this drill we're going to talk about in this video around 15 years ago with one of my old coaches, and it is what got me to a scratch handicap at the time. I gained a ton of yardage, hit the ball way straighter, and it was a really quite fast improvement too. So the tip that Rory uses, and that is feeling like he's pausing at the top for a couple seconds. But then when you watch Rory hit a ball like you're seeing here, is he actually pausing at the top for a couple seconds? No, he's not. But that feeling that he's just stopping there for a little bit is getting him to where he's just slowing down that transition. So something we talk about all the time on the channel, making sure that start of the downswing is feeling slow. Because with Rory, he will get himself a little bit stuck behind him if he goes a little bit too fast. And then from there, he has to then fire the arms hard and hands hard through the golf ball, being that big flip. But quite often, Rory will just leave the face open. That's where he hits his big block. So that big hand movement that you see with through the ball from Rory, he's not trying to do that. He's not trying to do an active release. It's his fault creeping into his swing. But what we see with a lot of golfers out there is a lot of golfers might do that exact same thing. I'm one who does that as well sometimes. Gets too pulley on the hands quickly, gets them behind you, flip through the golf ball. But a lot of golfers will do the opposite when they get too quick in the downswing. They will start to swing over the top and really have this big over move. So you can see there with my shot, it was just a dead straight pull out there. But if your club face is open at the same time, you're going to slice it. So this is great for players of really all shot types that they're suffering with. So feeling that slight pause at the top of the swing is going to straighten it out massively. Give that time for the body to start to work and have those arms be that little bit more passive. Give you time. Time is your friend in the golf swing, and immediately it will straighten you up considerably like it does with Rory. So let's talk about how this really helped me in my golf swing, and a drill that you can all do that I did back 15 years ago that will help you massively adapting from this feel. So of course, this was before Rory was really on the scene. So this is where this feel adapted from something that Tiger Woods was doing in the early 2000s called the freezer drill, where you'd get up to the top, pause for about 3 seconds, and then swing through. So I did that absolutely religiously when one of my old coaches told me I was absolutely just pulling down those hands really fast. My transition was a blur. We went and did this drill and I did a ton of reps with it. So very similar to the Rory feel that I did on the golf course, but in practice was the pause drill. So getting up to that top, pausing for 3 seconds, 1 and 2 and 3. Obviously those were 3 very fast seconds. And it really resulted in some really good gains. But when I started off doing it in the lesson, again, around that time when I took this lesson, I think I was around a 4 handicap or so. But I missed the golf ball the first few times of trying to do this. So that's where this is an incredibly hard drill to do. It really is difficult. And if at the time you're playing off around about a 4, missing the golf ball is a very odd thing to do for that handicap. So for me, it was targeting this big weak area, because this is what my swing used to be like. Really big, rushy with the arms. It was all just flash speed going through there, and I'd be extremely inconsistent. My body didn't have time to turn. I was really, really, frustrated with my golf. I was at that same handicap for probably a good 2 years. I really was. I got to a low handicap fast and then stayed there for quite a while and didn't progress further. Where this got me with that body turning more, because it gave time for the arms just to stop and stay there, and it really helped me with nice rhythm. So then I could replicate it out in the golf course. So that nice pause out on the top drill, as you can see, I'm hitting some incredible distances here for my 8-iron with a pause drill around the 160s. So and then replicating it with that exact same feel as Rory had. Once you've done the drill, pausing there for 3 seconds, you can get a good feel of a nice little weight at the top, way easier. So let's do a Rory feel here, see the distances we get. So believe it or not, I did feel like I paused there for a second. Obviously I didn't. Wow, look at that. Over 170 yards with an 8-iron. This is all with an 8-iron, guys. Maybe I should start doing this again. That's incredible. So it's like you see when I made a video not so long ago about rushing the downswing and how to stop doing it. How I think I might have got 170 odd yard 8-iron in that video as well. So you can tell how great this feel is for getting yourself the time to turn. Like I said, with gaining speed and getting speed going through the golf ball, it's all about doing it at the right time. For me, like a lot of players, I was doing it too fast in that transition. I was pulling the hands down. For some golfers, that'll be over the top. But you can see I'm just applying that speed at the better time. So let's see if I can do another one. So I don't think I managed to in that other video. Let's have a look. So again, I felt like a pause there. That was an unbelievably good strike. Again, that's crazy. I'm very happy with that. So what I'm gonna do after I stop filming this video, I'm gonna practice this a ton. So it's just like a throwback to 15 years ago, God. So, okay. As you can see, guys, really effective. Make sure you do a ton of this drill. Don't be discouraged when you're doing that pause at the top if you start hitting some terrible shots to start off with. Like I said, I missed the golf ball first few times I did it. But I kept on doing it, and I made such a huge difference in my consistency afterwards. Like I said, I got to that decent low handicaps, getting around the scratch area after that, and then I just kept on progressing onwards, going on there until turning pro. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button for more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.